we are here in Cambodia town featuring the Cambodian community in Long Beach. Last week, we covered the story, the history of the immigrations of Cambodians coming to Long Beach after horrific tragedy of the Cambodian genocide. We are joined with the Cambodian community along with city officials in honoring the 2 million lives lost and as well as the resiliency of those who survive. This week, we interviewed two entrepreneurs, Kayleen Men, owner of Khmer Bridal, and Maurice Yim, owner of Powwow Pizza. We'll be hearing their stories and how they were able to overcome their challenge and flourish into their business.
You make my clothes look amazing.
Wow.
I told all my friends and all my clients that it's all started out as a hobby. And when I first moved to Long Beach 25 years ago, I was fascinated traveling on Anaheim Street. I saw the shop and go to the noodle shop and speak Cambodian, and that's when I discovered my root. Originally, I was from Wichita, Kansas. So I started, just as I said, it just started out as collecting art, and pretty soon it got out of hand, and I have to open a shop to accommodate all the stuff. I guess I am one of the children that I guess you can say unfortunately was born during the wartime, so I didn't get a chance to play with doll much. So this is my made-up time to play with a doll, the real-life doll, real Ken, Cambodian Ken right here. and it's also a way of finding about my own history, about my own culture. Believe it or not, just through the Institute of Marriage and the traditional wearing, it's brought back a very important element of who we are and where we came from. And through the traditional outfit, going through the marriage, then you get to feel what all the tradition or have we hang on that hold us dearly. So these outfit you put on, it's brought 2,000 years of history. You replicated the prince, the first prince of Cambodia, Prethao. Prethao is the name of the prince is called Prethao. All the culture derived from there. Those are like during the the glorious time of Angkor. So brought 2,000 years of history, and you are wearing right now. All the stuff, the jewelry here, this one is from Cambodia. These are handmade. Handmade, it takes about at least 15 days, to make one of these. It's all hand weave, all the beadwork. And then the silk is all hand weave too. So a lot of the stuff is all imported from the Cambodian or created by the craftsmanship of the women and men in Cambodia. So my challenge is to make sure all these things, are preserved, and also to tell the history behind the craftsmanship. Why is it so important, to wear? I chose to come to visit Long Beach because my sister was here before, and I heard there's the largest Cambodian community outside the Cambodian itself. So on my first year in college, I decided to spend the summer here visiting, check out the school at Cal State Long Beach. And then I fell in love, like I said, 30 years ago. There was two waves of Cambodian choose to come to Long Beach, California. The first wave was like the 1960s. The Cal State Long Beach accept a lot of foreign students to come and study, and that time they choose Cal State Long Beach. And then after that, after the war, which is in the 80s, since we heard, a lot of the students that were settled here, they worked through with the church program, other program to sponsor the refugee Cambodian during the 80s. And then also through word of mouth, the beautiful weather of Long Beach, California, or Southern California, and also the mixture of different culture, the Chinese has been here, the Japanese has been here, and other Asian or ethnic group has been settled here. And then there are similarity in culture, in food, so that we all can relate it to. So that's reputation. It tends to spread out, and once we visit, like me from Kansas, I just throw away my red shoes and decide to settle here. So I guess Long Beach make it very international and very inviting. And not only there, not just only community, the schooling is very inviting. And overall, I would say this is, my home. Any other place, there's no place like Long Beach. Yeah.
My name is Maurice Yim, and I'm the chef owner of Powwow Pizza here in Bixby Knolls. And we specialize in making unique pizzas that are influenced from different cuisines around the world. I've always had an open mind and just been curious throughout my life just to try different things at least once. And so it's reflected in the pizzas and in the food that I make here. And I'm sure that people will enjoy it as well, because I use the pizza itself just as a canvas for me to place different things and try different ingredients on top of. Yeah. So So for instance, I mean, these are two of our specialty pizzas here. This particular one is our best-selling specialty pizza, which is the Angkor pizza. It's a Cambodian-influenced pizza that has marinated beef, pickled onions, topped with watercress. So it's very reminiscent of like a backyard barbecue and just flavors that are familiar with a lot of Cambodian people. And this particular one's the newest creation. It's the Thai curry pizza, and it's got a spicy red curry base with duck, pineapple, red onion, bell peppers, and it's garnished with basil, wonton, and a lime wedge at the end too. And it's become pretty popular since I released it. Well, I've worked in many restaurants, and so when the opportunity came up to have a place of my own, I wanted to do something unique, and I felt like pizza was a vessel or an avenue for me to be very creative with it. And I know that there's a lot of pizza places up and down any street everywhere, but to bring this style of pizza to just the neighborhood, it's been really awesome. My parents came here, as with a lot of Cambodians, sometime around the late 70s and 80s. Specifically, my parents came here in 75, and I'm a first generation Cambodian American. So it's been eye-opening to see the amount of support and the amount of just culture that's been immersed in Long Beach, especially with the Cambodian community. And so it's been wonderful to seeing that growing up, especially me being I lived in West Long Beach all my life. I was born and raised here, and so I didn't grow up with many Cambodians until pretty much like high school when I went to Poly, and from there it was just like, got immersed into my culture and learned more about it, and now I have food that's influenced from that as well. I feel like the Cambodians nowadays were more communal in terms of like just helping each other out, being more supportive of one another. So that's a huge positive in my sense. And now, from when I was a kid to now, it's like we now have Cambodia Town that incorporates and encompasses a lot of Cambodian businesses, and it's just spreading out basically. And so now, we're in Bixby Knolls, which is the community here has just been so awesome, and it's been a great experience for me overall. Yeah. The biggest thing that stands out for me with the Cambodian community is the cultural awareness. I mean, for instance, we have our yearly El Dorado Park celebration this Saturday, which Powwow Pizza is going to be there this Saturday as a vendor. But it's been wonderful to see kids growing up and wanting to be a part of the culture, whether it's through food, whether it's through dance, whether it's through just music or whatever it is. It's a good thing to see like this the younger generation grasping the culture and accepting it.
If you're a business owner, a Cambodian business owner, entrepreneur, and you would like to join us on our segment on business, please contact us at longbeachlocalnews.com. This is Ken Hang reporting from Long Beach Local News.